Psalms really helps us at a very practical level in our lives. And I think if I have a pet peeve, it would be the practicality of the gospel. We talk about heaven, we talk about various other things, but I think we need to learn more about how we can exist here and make life here better. So for me, the Psalms really does speak to that issue.
I've got to be reshaped. I've got to be transformed to the point that whether I like it or not, speak to me, Lord. Speak to my heart. Speak to my soul.
I want to change the culture of reading and thinking about the gospel here. The gospel, Psalms in particular, is not just for us when we're experiencing profound sadness or we have some sort of cataclysmic event that's going on in our lives. So to change that culture, we really have got to begin to come to grips with, well, this ought to be something I ought to be reading every day. This is something that can help me right where I am each and every day that I live, not just when I'm traumatized or going through a particular drought or a season that I don't feel as though I'm close to God. So I think the Psalms in that sense is very soothing, and it really provides for us a healing.
See, this is the problem. The problem is we look to people for help. And the miscalculation that we make is that many of the people that we look to for help really have not been endowed with the capability of helping us. So what are you doing? You're barking up the wrong tree. You're looking for help from somebody that can't even help themselves. You're looking for guidance from someone that can't even guide themselves.
When you look at Maslow's hierarchical needs chart, at the bottom is physiological, and then it moves up to safety, then it goes to love and belonging, and then esteem. And the top of the pyramid is self-actualization. And Gary, I see all of those things contained within this song, because the self-actualization for me, surely goodness and mercy shall follow me. That means God is constantly reassuring me that regardless of how things look, how I feel, what my perception may be of a thing, that He is with me.
There is being created for me an atmosphere that is conducive to praise, an atmosphere that is conducive to healing, healing of my mind, healing of my spirit, healing of my body. I just don't want a well body, but I want to have peace in my mind. I want to, when I leave here and face the difficult challenges that lie in wait for me, I don't want to be ambushed by something that the enemy tried to do, but I want to be reminded, but my God shall supply. My God will make the difference in my life. Jehovah Jireh is my provider. Provision will be made for me. When my children grow up, provision will be made for them to go to college. I'm not concerned about that. Little Johnny is 2 years old, but I'm putting him in the hands of the Lord. So when he's 18, he can go to college. And when he's a certain age, he can get married, and he'll marry the right one.
You say, Lord, increase my territory. And as you increase my territory, then I realize that my responsibility also increases. Because why? The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want, so forth and so on. All of those verses I can address, and I can address them in a very meaningful way, where anyone that I meet, I can have conversation with, and not be over religious or be over zealous to the point that I'm running people away. But I can address it in a very sane manner. And I can address it with spirituality so that it's not a turnoff, but it becomes an attraction. That's what it really means to me.
Wake Chapel, let us receive our pastor, J. Jasper Wilkins Jr.